Imagine flying on a clear day with no storms on the radar, no mechanical problems, no warning signs of danger, and then suddenly realizing that your instruments are no longer responding. Your compass is spinning without direction, the ocean below looks unfamiliar, and your radio begins to crackle with confusion. Now imagine that after a few desperate messages, the signal cuts out completely, and no one ever hears from you again. No wreckage, no bodies, no explanation. This is not a scene from a movie or a fictional thriller. This is the kind of story that has been told for decades about a real place on our planet, a place that has terrified sailors, pilots, and scientists alike. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most disturbing mysteries of modern history, the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, sometimes called the Devil's Triangle, is a loosely defined region of the North Atlantic Ocean forming an imaginary triangle between Miami in Florida, the islands of Bermuda, and San Juan in Puerto Rico. This vast area covers more than 1 million square kilometers of open ocean, deep waters, strong currents, and rapidly changing weather. What makes it even more intriguing is the fact that officially, the Bermuda Triangle does not exist. It is not recognized by international maritime organizations, it does not appear on official nautical charts as a danger zone, and there are no laws defining its borders. And yet, for generations, it has been associated with an unusual number of unexplained disappearances, enough to turn this invisible triangle into one of the most famous enigmas in the world. Some of the earliest strange reports connected to this region date back to the age of exploration. In 1492, during his first voyage to the New World, Christopher Columbus wrote in his journal about bizarre phenomena while sailing near what we now associate with the Bermuda Triangle. He described strange lights moving across the sky, sudden changes in wind direction, and a compass that no longer pointed north correctly. At the time, these observations were dismissed as fear, superstition, or simple errors made by early navigators, but centuries later, those notes would take on a much darker meaning, as similar reports continued to surface long after navigation technology had advanced. For a long time, the Bermuda Triangle remained nothing more than an obscure maritime curiosity until the 20th century, when the disappearances became more frequent, more documented, and far more alarming. One incident in particular shocked the world and cemented the triangle's terrifying reputation forever. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy training aircraft took off from Florida on what was supposed to be a routine exercise. The mission, known as Flight 19, was expected to last only a few hours. The weather was calm, visibility was good, and the pilots were experienced military professionals. There was no reason to expect trouble. But not long after takeoff, radio transmissions from the flight leader began to sound confused and increasingly desperate. He reported that his compass was malfunctioning, that he could no longer recognize his surroundings, and that even the ocean below looked strange, as if reality itself had shifted. As minutes passed, the situation grew worse. The pilots became disoriented, unsure of which direction they were flying, and unable to regain control of their navigation systems. Then, without warning, all communication was lost. The 5 aircraft vanished without a trace. What followed made the story even more disturbing. A rescue plane sent to search for Flight 19 also disappeared under mysterious circumstances. In a single day, 27 men were lost, and despite one of the largest search operations in naval history, not a single piece of confirmed wreckage was ever found. To this day, the fate of Flight 19 remains officially unexplained. Aircraft were not the only victims linked to the Bermuda Triangle. Over the years, numerous ships have reportedly vanished within the same region, often without sending any distress signals. One of the most chilling cases was that of the USS Cyclops, a massive U.S. Navy cargo ship that disappeared in 1918 with 309 people on board. The ship was not caught in a storm, it did not report mechanical failure, and it sent no emergency messages. It simply vanished. The USS Cyclops remains the single largest non-combat loss of life in U.S. Navy history, and no confirmed wreckage has ever been recovered. Even more unsettling are reports of so-called ghost ships found drifting in or near the triangle, fully intact with food on the tables and cargo untouched, but with the entire crew missing, as if they had vanished all at once. Faced with these unsettling accounts, scientists and researchers have spent decades searching for logical explanations. One of the most common theories points to the extreme weather conditions. The Bermuda Triangle is known for sudden, violent storms and powerful hurricanes that can form quickly and overwhelm ships or aircraft with little warning. Another explanation involves magnetic anomalies. The area is one of the few places on Earth where true north and magnetic north can align, potentially confusing navigation instruments, especially in the past when technology was far less precise than it is today. There's also the influence of the Gulf Stream, one of the strongest ocean currents in the world, which flows directly through the Bermuda Triangle. This current can carry debris over vast distances in a short amount of time, making it extremely difficult to locate wreckage after an accident. Additionally, some scientists have explored the idea of methane gas releases from the ocean floor. Large bubbles of methane can reduce water density so dramatically that ships may lose buoyancy and sink almost instantly, leaving little time to send a distress call. While these explanations are scientifically plausible, many believe they still fail to account for the sheer number of strange details reported over the years. And where science leaves unanswered questions, more unsettling theories emerge. Some believe the Bermuda Triangle is a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity, suggesting that unidentified flying objects interfere with navigation systems or abduct entire aircraft and ships. Others propose the existence of time distortions or interdimensional portals, natural rifts in space-time that could transport people and objects to other realities. There are even those who connect the mystery to the legendary lost city of Atlantis, claiming that remnants of its advanced technology lie beneath the ocean, still emitting powerful energy capable of disrupting modern instruments. What makes the mystery, remember, even more unsettling is that today, thousands of ships and planes cross this region every year without incident. Commercial airlines fly over it daily, and cruise ships sail through its waters carrying tourists who experience nothing out of the ordinary. This contradiction raises a haunting question. Were the past disappearances exaggerated and misunderstood, or is the phenomenon unpredictable, revealing itself only under certain conditions that we still do not understand? In the end, the Bermuda Triangle might not just be a dangerous place in the ocean, but a symbol of humanity's fear of the unknown. It reminds us that despite satellites, advanced navigation systems, and global communication, there are still forces on this planet that remain beyond our comprehension. The ocean, vast and largely unexplored, continues to hide secrets beneath its surface. Perhaps one day, every mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle will be explained with absolute certainty, or perhaps it will remain what it has always been, a chilling reminder that not everything in our world can be easily understood.